In today's fast-paced world of web development, creating applications that are not only scalable but also maintainable is key to staying ahead. If you're a React developer, you understand the complexity of managing state and context in a way that keeps your code clean and efficient. That's where the power of React's useContext hook and custom hooks comes into play. By the end of this video, you'll have a comprehensive understanding of how these tools can transform your development workflow. We're going to explore how you can leverage useContext to streamline the way your React components interact with context values, eliminating the cumbersome process of prop drilling. This isn't just about simplifying your code, it's about enhancing your application's performance and responsiveness. We'll dive into real-world applications like theming and authentication to show you how these concepts apply in practical scenarios. Understanding context-aware React applications is crucial because it allows you to build more intuitive user interfaces, improving user experience and satisfaction. Whether you're managing themes, handling user authentication, or implementing localization, these techniques are invaluable. They help you write more reusable code, which is easier to test and maintain. We'll also touch on advanced patterns and optimizations, such as memoization and lazy loading, which are essential skills for any developer looking to optimize their React applications. We'll cover common pitfalls, offer solutions, and compare these methods with other state management alternatives like Redux and MobX. If you're serious about advancing your React skills and want to build applications that stand out, this tutorial is for you. Subscribe to our channel to stay updated with more high-quality tutorials that keep you at the forefront of React development. Let's get started on this journey to mastering context-aware React applications. Let's dive deep into the fascinating world of creating context-aware React applications using the powerful tools of useContext and custom hooks. Imagine building a skyscraper. Each floor is a React component, and the elevators are the state and context management systems that ensure seamless interaction between floors. Just like elevators provide easy access to different levels, useContext offers a streamlined way for components to access shared data without cumbersome prop drilling. Starting with the basics, React's Context API can be compared to a central library in a city. This library holds information, context, that anyone in the city, components, can access, provided they have the right access key, useContext. Traditionally, components had to pass this key down through props, akin to passing a book from person to person until it reached the intended recipient. However, useContext revolutionizes this by allowing any component to directly access the library, making data retrieval efficient and direct. Now let's explore custom hooks. Think of custom hooks as reusable tools, like a Swiss Army knife, that you can tailor to specific needs. These hooks encapsulate logic that can be shared across various components, promoting code reusability and cleanliness. For instance, imagine a custom hook as a reusable recipe. Instead of writing the entire cooking process from scratch each time you make a dish, you follow a tried and tested recipe, the custom hook, that ensures consistency and saves time. To put this into a real-world scenario, consider an application theme switcher. Instead of passing theme data through every component, you set up a theme context with useContext, allowing any component to access or modify the theme directly. It's like having a centralized light control system in a building, where any room can adjust the lighting without affecting others. Similarly, for authentication, a custom hook can manage login, logout logic, providing a consistent interface for handling user sessions across the app. In comparing context management alternatives, think of useContext as a local neighborhood grocery store, ideal for quick, lightweight needs. In contrast, Redux is like a large supermarket chain, offering a more structured, albeit complex solution for extensive requirements. Both have their place, depending on the complexity and scale of your application. Finally, let's address some common pitfalls. One major consideration is avoiding unnecessary re-renders, akin to preventing traffic jams in a city. By memoizing context values, you ensure components only re-render when absolutely necessary, maintaining performance efficiency. Additionally, resist the temptation to use context for every piece of state, as this can lead to overuse and complexity, similar to cluttering a library with unnecessary books. Instead, use context judiciously, where it truly enhances the application's architecture and responsiveness. By mastering useContext and custom hooks, you equip yourself with the skills to build robust, scalable React applications that stand the test of time, much like a well-designed city that thrives through efficient planning and management. Let's begin by examining the main application file, which demonstrates how to use the useContext hook to consume context values within a functional component. This file is crucial as it sets up the context provider and shows how the context is utilized in a simple React component. Note that this example is limited to the most important 30 lines of code. Next, we have a supporting file that defines the theme context. This file is essential for creating the context and providing a mechanism to toggle between themes. It demonstrates the use of React's context API to manage the theme state. Finally, let's look at the configuration file, package.json, which is used to manage project dependencies and scripts. This file is essential for setting up the project environment and ensuring that all necessary packages are installed. Here, we only show the most relevant part of the file to maintain brevity. In this demonstration, we will explore how a context-aware React application operates using useContext and custom hooks. Begin by navigating to the application interface. Here, you will encounter an initial prompt where you can make a choice by clicking on a button labeled Yes. This action simulates user interaction and sets the stage for further exploration. Next, observe the thematic control of the application. By clicking the Toggle Theme button, the application's theme transitions between light and dark modes, showcasing how the Context API manages global state changes seamlessly. As we proceed, focus on the authentication mechanism. By selecting the Login button, the application simulates a user login process, demonstrating how custom hooks encapsulate the authentication logic to maintain user state across the app. Following a successful login, the theme toggle functionality is revisited. Another click on Toggle Theme exhibits how context and state management work in tandem to reflect the theme changes, even when the application's state is altered by user authentication. Finally, simulate a user logout by clicking the Logout button. This action resets the user state, illustrating the dynamic nature of context management in handling user sessions. Conclude the demonstration by observing the smooth scroll action to the bottom of the page, highlighting the application's responsiveness and fluidity. This comprehensive walkthrough exemplifies the practical application of context and custom hooks in creating a responsive and maintainable React application. As we wrap up our journey into creating context-aware React applications using useContext and custom hooks, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've achieved. You've learned how to leverage the power of useContext to simplify state management across your React components, making your applications more scalable and maintainable. By integrating custom hooks, you've gained the ability to abstract and reuse stateful logic, enhancing the readability and efficiency of your code. These tools not only streamline your development process, but also empower you to build more responsive and dynamic user interfaces. Now, consider the impact these skills can have on your daily workflow. Imagine the time saved and the increased reliability in your projects as you apply these concepts to real-world scenarios. As you continue to explore and implement these techniques, you'll find your proficiency in React development growing exponentially. To further accelerate your learning curve and stay ahead with real-world examples and cutting-edge techniques, make sure to subscribe to our channel. You'll receive invaluable insights that can transform your approach to building web applications, keeping you at the forefront of modern development practices. Stay connected and prepare to elevate your React expertise to new heights.